assessment to know, okay, what part is cognitive? So one of the things she does as a neuropsychologist, you want to talk about your testing? So it's good to get that testing because it lets you know. And part of it is a lot of people are really high performers. So we see a lot of high performers. And so you come down here and you're passing all that testing. You're normal. These tests are all normal. But you know you're so off because this is where you used to be and this is where you are now. And so a lot of the neuropsych does is it validates that, you know, you're still really smart. You just need work on your working memory or your executive functioning. And this is how we have to help you get that. And so part of it is just figuring out what you need, and then you have those resources in the community.
See where you're at, and again, we'll normally be comparing to your baseline. And so whether if you're really high functioning, again, we see really high people. We're looking at relative weaknesses. So it's not if you're impaired compared to everyone else. It's if you've had a decline relative to where you were previously.
So for me, I can only speak to my experience. Obviously, I had a path of recommendations that led me to Resilience Code. I will say something I alluded to earlier. It just shy of bankrupted me. Yeah, I mean, again, I was willing to make that change, but it was not a cheap process. That being said, I don't feel like that should ever really be a barrier. I think there's ways that you can get in to find out the information that you need to then seek the care that you need. So whether that be a vestibular therapist that you get one assessment with, who lets you know, yes, this is a piece of the puzzle, or no, it's not. You know, things like that. The sleep study. There's a lot of ways that you can piecemeal something similar to what I showed you guys today, where maybe it doesn't come with that huge price tag. I guess that's kind of my experience of it.
And we also have sleep studies at Middle Park, and it's at the elevation, or near the elevation where we live. So that's an advantage too, because a lot of times if you go down to Denver, you're at a much lower elevation, and your testing might be fine. But then you come up to 7,000, 8,000, 9,000 feet up here, and